Beyond the thundering footsteps on the track lies a journey of challenges, triumphs, and the quest of a life beyond running. A saga of resilience, triumph, and a pursuit transcending the track. Meet Caroline Kiplagat, an athlete who transformed the fleeting glory of the track into a foundation for lasting success. A story resonating with perseverance, vision, and unwavering discipline. Her tale is a symphony resonating with unyielding tenacity, foresight, and unwavering discipline. Her journey began as a runner, evolving into a young mother, navigating the challenges of the athletic world.
My name is Caroline Chepkosgei. I was born in Iten in the year 1990. I've been living in Iten since. I schooled around Iten and then I went high school a bit far, Kaptagat. After that I went to college in Nandi County. And after that I started my running career. I have 8 siblings, including me, and I'm the third last born. My dad was working in an educational office in Iten, and my mom was a housewife. And I can explain a bit. There was a lot of difficulty in upbringing because we were raised in I would say domestic violence home. Yes, there was that difficulty, and it was a challenge as we grew up. At some point when I was 6 years old, my mom left and we had to stay with my dad because he was paying school fees and everything. So we stayed with my dad, and it was not an easy road. So also in primary school, high school, it's been a challenge always, but that made us strong, I would say. When I was growing up in primary school, I was like one of the top kids, like during competitions, and most teachers knew, like from our family, we were like just very fast. So my sisters also were running, and after that, of course, I went to high school, and there was still like the competitions, inter-school competitions, county levels, but I never reached the highest level. It was just like maybe the highest I did was the provincial level, that is the next to the regionals and then national. So I would say it was not to the top level that I would want to reach. So after high school, I had friends who had started doing training for scholarship. There was this American scholarship project. So my friends were also in it, 2 ladies. And they told me, you can come, we can try, because I got a B- in high school, and it was a very good grade at that time. So they told me, let's try, and I went to tell my dad to buy me shoes and training clothes, and he said, that is not going to happen in this house.
Hers is an odyssey that commenced on the track but soared far beyond, transforming fleeting acclaim into a cornerstone for enduring success, an inspiring chronicle of ambition and investment.
When you start running, you are hoping to be at a level of where you can be the best, of where you can earn something from it, and you can build yourself financially and everything. So in 2014 I started training, and I can tell you that's when I met Chris, my husband, in end of 2014. And it was also not easy with the start of the training, because I would follow like very fast athletes, and I was starting. I had like the basic trainings but not like the maximum. So I got also a lot of injuries during that time, and I never lost hope. I told myself, if I will make it, I'll give myself 2 years, just 2 years. If I don't go anywhere, I will stop and survive in the teaching profession, like go back and look for a job. So that was what was in my mind, yes.
Together with her husband, Caroline ventured beyond the track, investing in a lush residential training camp, offering a haven for athletes in quest of distinction.
So the investment is, it's a guest house We operate as a guest house at the moment. We host athletes who come to Iten for training because Iten it's a very high altitude place and the oxygen here is less. So the more you train here, you struggle to get oxygen and you get production of red blood cells. And when you go to the sea level where oxygen is sufficient, you don't feel the struggle around it. So we decided this investment is going to help a lot of athletes. Mostly it's foreigners because they come from zero level or below zero level, and they know the benefits of training in high altitude area. So we saw like this is one of the beneficial businesses one can invest in, because training in high altitude, it's a long-term thing. Like they won't come this year and next year not, and athletics will be there. So every year they come and go.
It's an opulent residential training enclave, a sanctuary crafted for global athletes seeking the pinnacle of excellence.
Training in high altitude, it's a long-term thing. Like they won't come this year and next year not, and athletics will be there. So every year they come and go.
It's how Caroline balances her athletic pursuits, motherhood, and her journey into entrepreneurship and investments that is worth learning from.
I mean, if you are a mom, it's difficult sometimes, but if you have enough support system, everything will work well. I mean, I know moms, like professional moms, they need a lot of support because you need sleep during the day. And your kids are there running around, calling you. So if you have someone who can help you, that will be really beneficial. Because not all the time you will be sitting, you will be talking, you get tired. For those who have spouses that are not running, they help them around the house. You come home, they have made lunch. But it's rare, I would say. It's not easy to find someone who can do that. With our Kenyan culture, of course, Kalenjin culture, I would say it's a bit difficult, yes. I've had like some friends telling me like, how is that even possible? Because my husband is very helpful and supportive. Some are not. And sometimes I tell them like the way someone has been brought up, it's different. And you can talk through things, like you can tell them, introduce them pole pole, yes, like not forcing, but it's hectic for some.
Charting a daring course alongside her husband, Caroline ventured beyond the norm, forging Alash Haven, an investment gem beckoning athletes worldwide.
I would say the trees and the flowers, they help in the relaxing mood. And from the previous visit to Netherlands or to other European countries, I've seen like they value flowers. And you know, you should make something similar to what they have, but not the modern level. Like just make them, when they come here, they feel at home and they feel the environment that is peaceful, the serenity.
Her athletic talent became a gateway to success, not only within the sport, but as a beacon of hope and inspiration for others, using her income to uplift and mentor aspiring athletes, particularly women and girls, through Tirop Angels, an organization founded by Kenyan athletes and the late Agnes Jebet Tirop's family, standing in unity against gender-based violence.
Currently, we are facing a serious issue of doping now at the moment. But the previous years, like last year or the year before, we had a lot of cases about gender-based violence, and it really affected, like it hit a lot of people nationwide. It's not even the athletics fraternity, but the whole country, because of what happened. And I would say the first problem that is there is the doping cases, and then we have the violence, yes.
Caroline's astute stewardship of her investments, navigating the tapestry of life beyond sports while championing women through Tirop's Angels, is nothing short of admirers.
And they give them education about how to manage finances, how to solve problems at home also. You know, there are a lot of problems. Where money is, always there is a problem. And if you don't know how to manage it, more problems.
Her athletic prowess unfurled pathways to triumph, not just within the sport, but as a paragon of hope, fostering dreams and mentoring aspiring athletes, especially women and girls.
Because we have a lot of athletes here. And sometimes they have a problem of traveling to another county or to another place across the nation to go and compete, because you need accommodation, you need food, you need transport, and that's a bit difficult. And it gives them a lot of motivation also, like they can test themselves. It's like home. It's a home of champions. So we have a lot of them here, and I think they really enjoy when the races are brought close to them.
Caroline's journey embodies the essence of making the most of every opportunity. Her story illuminates the power of perseverance, vision, and discipline, key elements in shaping destinies beyond the track.
My dad told me to apply for a college, and specifically teaching. And I told him I don't want to be a teacher. He said, if you don't want to go, you stay home. There is no other school I'm going to look for you. So I had no option, just to go to college. And that was my life. I went through college again with the challenges of school fees payment and everything. And after I finished, so I was staying with my sister by then. And I told her I want to start training. And she told me, no, I think the good thing if you just look for a job and you know teaching pays well, you can build yourself. And I told her, okay, I will try. So I went for one interview, only one, in Kobujoi, this Nandi County. And I was the only English teacher, and the rest of the teachers, of course, they were coming for interview, but I didn't qualify. I didn't know why, and I was the only one. So that really broke my heart, and I got really disappointed. That was the last straw in the teaching career. And I just came home and I told my sister, I'm not going to do another interview. I'm done. And she bought me a pair of shoes and some trousers, like joggers. And I started training. And my first coach, he was a neighbor to my sister. And he said, okay, I can try to coach you. You can join the other ladies and stuff. And that is how my running career started.
Caroline is one of the many unsung examples in the athletics world of very ordinary athletes who have chosen a different path.
I think in primary school, like my dad was not very supportive of athletics or any other thing you're doing apart from studying. He was really into like you have to study, you have to get good grades and everything, which is important, but also like if you have talent and you want to do it, he was not supportive to that. So that was the challenge. Yes, like in primary school and in high school, I went to a girls' school where there was not a lot of support with the athletics. Like there was only inter-class competitions and that's it.
Her story is inspiring in mentoring young athletes and resonating the values of relentless dedication, mental toughness, humility, and the ability to rise above negative influences and many barriers and odds is a story that sparks new possibilities of excellence, not just in the tracks, but also beyond.
So in primary school, like my mom was not around, and normally my dad would sometimes make breakfast for us. But mostly we stayed with the house helps. Like we get someone who makes breakfast, lunch and dinner for us. But sometimes they are not there. Like they stop working and things come up, so we had to fend for ourselves. Like you wake up in the morning, you make breakfast, take breakfast, go to school. Sometimes you come home, no lunch. You just like drink your water and go back to school. The same in the evening, because if you come home around 4, you have enough time to try to make supper and everything. Yeah, and that went on for the whole of my primary level. High school, I went to a boarding school in Kaptagat Girls, and it was not easy also. Like we had challenges of school fees payment and everything, so they send you back home, go pick school fees, you come home, dad is like, no, I don't have any money, so you have to go back to school and explain. So it's been like on and off, but with the grace of God we made it.
Caroline's odyssey exemplifies seizing every moment's essence. Her narrative illuminates the prowess of relentless perseverance, visionary insight, and steadfast discipline, liveliness sculpting destinies beyond the ordinary.
The first year after high school, I went to do, I did a salon course. I did like, I was selling clothes for another lady just for 2,000 in a month. And my friends were going on with their training, so at that time I didn't have any option. And the same here, my dad told me to apply for a college, and specifically teaching. And I told him I don't want to be a teacher. He said, if you don't want to go, you stay home. There is no other school I'm going to look for you. So I had no option, just to go to college. And that was my life.
Caroline's uplifting mentorship resonating the ethos of unyielding dedication, Mito amidst adversity, and the triumphant defiance of negative influences. Her story transcends boundaries, echoing far beyond Elgeyo Marakwet County, a testament to humanity's boundless potential, surmounting adversity with indomitable will. It's a demonstration of the potential within each of us to emerge as heroes by conquering adversity with unwavering determination. Caroline is standing as a symbol of success and inspiration, encouraging athletes, women and girls to intentionally prepare for a life beyond the track and to make hay while the sun still shines.
The athletes who have made it in running, like have a lot of money, they can invest. But I know that's a challenge for most because they don't have the time for that. Because by the time you are investing, you have to be there, unless you get someone you trust and who can do the job for you. Because it takes a lot of energy to do something like physical, even to manage or to be around. It takes a lot of energy from you. And for the current athletes, we've seen a lot of changes coming up with the investment. But of course, there are like few of them who have difficulty in managing finances. I think because they don't have the knowledge of how they can use the money, and you have a lot of what do we say?
Advisors.
Yes, like advisors from outside, and if you are not smart enough, you will just fall in the trap and follow what they say, and that is really a challenge at the moment.
Caroline Kiplagat is indeed a living testament that fortitude, vision, and relentless dedication sculpt the transition from obscurity to legendary, a beacon lighting the path for generations to dream and believe.
Because it takes a long time to train, and it takes a long time for you to succeed. It doesn't just come on a silver platter. Like, you have to work hard, suffer the colds, the early mornings, and it's really like when you cross the finish line and you're winning, I mean, you thank yourself, but who helped you reach that point? There is a God. For you to be healthy for the whole year, to be strong and to have like mental stability and everything, there is a God. So it's really important to believe that there is hope for most. Also for me, it's really important. I go to church every Sunday, unless there is a very pressing issue, then I miss. But other than that, church is also important, like to keep you in track. Because if you can't go to church, there are a lot of things that come in your life, and you can lose control at some point because there is no guidance, and also morals. You go to church, you are taught morals of how to live as a loving human, or all those other values, and it's really important.
She is the evidence that with resilience, vision, and unwavering dedication, one can transform from zero to hero, inspiring generations to believe in the power of their dreams.